Hey there, we have another GameDeco today, and this time I'm talking about a upcoming arcade, snowboarding, and snow winter sports game, Tricky Madness. It's currently in early access on Steam. As always, I'm going to have links down in the video's description for the game. And this game is super exciting to me because, as the name might imply, it is sort of like a Neo SSX game. We haven't had one of those in a very long time. I've missed them. I used to be a huge SSX fan, as I will talk about as we're playing. And so this is the early access version of the game. There's just a couple maps for now, and I'm encouraging everybody to go check it out, just even to support. I haven't played it yet, obviously. This is my first time playing it. The one thing that I'm missing on this screen is a big Tricky Madness logo. I think that would make this, stand loud and proud about what it is kind of doing here. But let's try out the single event. I want to do a race, and then nice. I like the characters. They're in very SSX poses.
Nervous? Nah. Excited.
Nice. Voices sound good so far. Something that I found out about this that's really cool is the music, and you will be hearing it throughout, is actually all licensed in a way where you can have it for streams and recordings like this, which is really great. Okay. Oh! Okay. Still, I don't know what the controls are, but that feels good. The lean feels really good. Okay. We love a good fireworks. That's very SSX. And yeah, so like I said, I've loved SSX for a very long time. I think SSX was actually like probably one of my first two games. SSX 3, I think, was one of the first two games that I had on my GameCube. I remember my mom ended up getting me the GameCube as a Christmas gift, and SSX, I think, was one of the games that she got with it, and she told this story, and my parents have never been huge into video games, and their experience had been very much not 3D games. Well, they, at the game store that she got it at, were talking with her, and they said, oh, well, yeah, this is a good game. It's age appropriate, and it's fun, and people really like it. It is, though, not realistic. And my mom just was like, yeah, how could it be realistic? It's a video game, which is just such a funny thing to me now, especially with how much realism games want to have. And I don't like a lot of modern snowboarding games because, in my opinion, they're too realistic. I was spoiled by SSX being awesome rather than realistic. Okay, well, I'm going to try to figure out some controls for this because I had trouble with that. So, cool. There we go. Okay, cool. And now we get... The stick is how you get movement. That's cool. Oh, no. That didn't work out. Okay. Yes. Okay, so something that's interesting is once you're locked into a jump and crouching, you cannot steer. So my compulsion to hold down A to gain speed actually is kind of a thing that's gonna screw me up a little bit in the end. Now, I don't know if there's actually... Is there a button for going on rails to grind? Okay, LB and RT are tricks. Okay, so there's not a grind in general, so it's just going to be that you have to just touch the rail, I guess. Now, I guess at the same time, I was saying, okay, well, you want to lean, right, and, crouch down. When you press forwards, you still get that same crouch. Nice. There we go. That feels super good. Oh. okay, that didn't feel good. Okay, for her. Felt good in the game. Felt good for me as the player. Kind of crunchy. It's honestly what you want in a fall, right? Oh. So you do just stick to the rail. It's a little bit magnetic. Obviously, like I said, this is an early access game. Having that be a little bit less like snap to it probably would be useful. Wow, that was fun. Classic me falling. Okay, heat 3. Let's see if we can do a little better than before. And we're off to a terrible start. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the board press. Okay, I gotta remember that when you're in the air, though, holding the flip button will make you keep rotating. By flip button, I mean the control stick forwards. Oh. Wow. Okay, that was a narrow escape. So in all of my love of SSX, the kind of funny thing is I've never played SSX Tricky, actually, which is what this is kind of most going for, name-wise at least. But man, does this feel good. The controls are very responsive, almost too responsive with me constantly pushing forward. And that music sounds really, really good. It nails the vibe of SSX. Without having to do all the licensed tracks in particular. Yeah, soaring high for sure. Oh, okay. If you didn't notice, what happened there was I kept pressing A. And like I said, you can't steer. I think my biggest problem right now is that I keep pushing A to crouch, kind of like what you would do in like a Tony Hawk game also. Oh no. Wow. Okay. Third. Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
It's just a bump in the road.
Okay, so that was great. That felt really good so far. Let's see what else they have as the other map. There is, going to be a campaign soon. Apparently there's plans to have it be, a whole mountain, very much similar to SSX. And I am really excited for multiplayer because playing people in multiplayer was always an absolute favorite of mine. Let's go with Test this time, and let's go to Dream Zone. Okay. Yeah, so I gotta be careful with pushing forward because I will do exactly what I just did. But there we go. So I gotta not press forward and A all the time, because as soon as I start jumping, it will push me straight into the ground with a front flip that's gone awry. But here, that feels good. Wow, this park is awesome. I mean, honestly, this really feels like SSX in nature, but in all the best ways. Not like, those games that are available on the Switch store that are not quite the right game, like Call of Honor, whatever. Call of Honor Duty of Mission. That's I think a real one that I saw. It's not like that. It's not insultingly copying SSX. This feels like a complete homage to it in a really wonderful way. I do kind of hope that they go with not just the classic aspect of the snowboarding, but also would include maybe the skiing as well, because SSX on tour had a really great skiing, in my opinion, that I really enjoyed. Okay. Oh, so close. I have to figure out the actual tolerance for landing on rails from a jump, especially big air jumps or coming out of a trick, because that will be a big determining factor. Oh, I didn't even realize the freaky bar at the top there is is your good old Uber bar. Out of bounds. Of course, the infinite abyss is out of bounds. Now, how do I actually use my freaky points is the other question. I have to figure that one out. Okay. Keep rotating. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we're still third, though. We need it to go. Okay. Yes. DJ sounds good. And let's go top and over. And I'm always a big fan of the actual, like, you know, sort of Tony Hawk style, seeing your combos and your tricks being listed out on the bottom. There's something that's just so satisfying about seeing the names of all the stuff that you're doing. Wow. Fell on my face there. That one was a good run. I'm happy about that. Okay, next run. Let's not mess this one up this time. Yeah. I do think that it feels a little button mashy, which is not unlike SSX. But having a little bit more obvious nature to what's spinning you, what's flipping you in terms of the control scheme might be a valuable addition. Because I want to feel like I'm owning my own combos. Yeah, and trying to hop up on the rail currently doesn't feel all that great. Oh, I just absolutely plowed a dude's face with my snowboard. You have a very fine tolerance at the beginning of the rail, it seems. Let me try actually hopping up, like, can I do a little bunny hop onto the middle of a rail? That'll kind of tell me more about this. Oh, no, I'm not okay. I'm having a great time. So I'm great. Oh, Jesus. You should let players have helmets, because it's graphic, man. Oh, I'm excited. In the trailer, there's a city map that looks cool. Very much reminiscent of the one that's in SSX 3 in particular. I think I have SSX 1 for PS2. Now that I think about it. Oh no. Oh, that would have been lit if I could actually land back on the rail. I did not end up doing that. Obviously. And in the menu, there is an intermediate, hard, or easy game setting. So I'm playing on intermediate right now. I wanted to see, you know, that middle of the road as a quote-unquote experienced SSX player. I didn't want it to be too easy, but it's nice to see that difficulty control because you can have definitely some more fun with that as well. Oh, that was disturbing. Yes. A little bit maybe more of like the shadow coming in to see when you're about to hit the ground. It is ever so slightly difficult to tell right when you're about to hit. And that just might be a, you know, a quality of life improvement ultimately. Yeah. So from what I can tell, the freaky boost actually just happens when you land. So yeah, when you have the control stick pushed forward with the movement controls based on stick pushed, you know, selected, it does seem like you have this accidental issue where you go over a little bump in the snow and you immediately face plant. So that might be something that could be tweaked also in the actual, you know, iterations of this game going forward. Because it's not fun to, you know, hit a little bump and face plant. So you kind of have to be careful with that if you have that control turned on. Actually, I'm just going to curiously, I'm going to change that real quick. Rotate. I'm going to see what that does. Oh. Okay, so I'm still doing this. You still get locked into your jump, but you get a little bit more leeway that way. Okay, that felt really good. That felt really good. Come on, come on, come on. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Okay, so I have to figure out now how to do all the full rotations, but that felt really good, actually, to have it be not risking just immediately face planting. So that, okay, that is D-pad. It's a little bit less of like a, almost like a skate feel of using the joystick to have your rotation, and instead you're using the D-pad, which I think is actually the way the classic SSX games do it. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of arcade racing games, you know, snow sports racing games like this, I would definitely check this out. This is really, really cool. And the environments are really fun. I like how it gets the scale correctly. SSX always felt, especially when you got to higher up maps on the mountain, the scale always felt incredible. Like these huge snow drifts and these caverns and the tunnels. And so I'm really impressed by that feeling of scale being present here as well. If it hadn't been, I don't think this would feel as good or as much like a faithful homage. Okay, okay, let's go over, let's go over, let's go over. Oh, out of bounds. That's okay, out of bounds. Oh no. It's nice that it cuts away from having to have like the helicopter come rescue you out of like the Silent Hill pit when you fall down there. Definitely not doing as good this round, and I can't tell if it's because I can't do the tricks as well without that forward stick input. I like the stick input except for falling on your face. So if there's a way to nullify that issue, then I think that that would be my preferred way to play. But currently, yeah, I'm just doing that more kind of classic control style. Yes, yes, yes. That's great. Have you ever wondered what SSX stands for? I have. That's cool. Nothing better than detaching your board from your bindings and flipping it over your head. Like the guy told my mom, this is a very realistic snowboarding game. Okay, so yeah, you have to line yourself up a little bit more when you're doing the classic control scheme. Oh, ouch. Okay, nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? 5th place. Yeah, that's how you get on the podium, everybody. You get 5th place. So that's Tricky Madness. I know I talked about SSX a lot, but this game feels really good. The music has the right vibe. The controls have the right vibe. There's some tweaks, obviously, but hey, this is an early access game, and I literally cannot wait to see the campaign and the multiplayer. I loved racing people in multiplayer, and I cannot wait to play more of this. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Those really help me reach other people who also like these kinds of gaming videos. I kind of do not just Let's Plays, but I talk about the games themselves a lot and how they work, as well as, you know, try to have a lot of fun with it in particular, even though not always the best at the games themselves. You can also subscribe for more videos like this one. That's always awesome. You'll get notifications, obviously, for when I post new videos. I have a lot of really fun games from a huge wide variety of not only genre, but also indie and, you know, AAA, old games, all that kind of stuff coming real soon. If you want to watch ad-free, vote on upcoming games, and get some other goodies, I have a Patreon. That Patreon is linked down below. That's patreon.com/GameDeco. Thank you so much for watching. Check out this game. It's on Steam right now in early access. Links down below. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you.